Okay, let's get right on to the last segment. I haven't done this segment in so long, I forgot how to say it. J Cutt Cinema Vibes. Hey. So, I have a few this week because there's a lot. The thing is, I don't like to do the J Cutt Cinema Vibes unless I really had a chance to either fully watch something or watch a lot of it to be able to, show or watch the full movie or whatever it is, something new instead of like the same old. But I have a few things that I was able to watch in this past few days. So first thing I'm gonna start off with is Silo. Come on now, we're in the third episode of Silo. I just did a review of the third episode. I'm gonna put it here, but obviously go and watch up to date and then go watch the first and second review so you can catch up and watch, because it's a spoiler, so you don't want to mess it up. That's on the main channel. So it's going really, 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 really good. So definitely check. It looks good. It's a really good show. Okay. And just for a quick, what is it about? Basically, without giving any spoilers, there's a whole lot of people, over 10,000 people living in a silo. A silo is just an underground bunker. It takes 24 hours if you were to walk the stairs, because there's no elevator. If you walk the stairs all the way down to the bottom, it'll take 24 hours for you to do that. Okay, so there's a lot of 100 something levels. And basically the system is, if you say, I want to go outside, if you ever feel that and say that out loud, then you actually have to go outside. This is not a spoiler. It's like first episode. If you say that, when you go outside, they put you in a cleaning outfit that's like almost looks like a little spaceship. And then when you go outside, you have to clean the windows. When you clean, not the window, you have to clean the camera. The camera is pointing out into the world. What they see on the camera is a deserted planet. I mean, Earth. Like it's like post-apocalyptic Earth, and it looks like death out there. So they go and clean the mirror of the window to people inside, but it's the camera. When they clean the camera, what they're signifying to the people is that what we see on the camera is real, and it is better to stay inside the silo than it is to come out. And then usually that person dies because of whatever the atmosphere is out there that gets into the suit. Okay, so there's a mystery and they're trying to figure out what's going on. That's as far as I can go without spoiling anything, but that was season 1, and it gets even deeper, obviously, in season 2. Okay, the next suggestion is Arcane season 2. Yes, Arcane is leaving. I don't know why. I don't know if it just didn't perform well in season 1 and they were like already in season 2 and let's finish it, but it is really beautiful show. It's really great story. And it's looking really good. I have one more episode to watch, and already it's been really, really great. And it's leaving, but get it while you can, and still go back, watch it. It's really good. I think you guys will enjoy it. Basically, it's about two sisters who lived in like a, like the hood. Let's keep it real. They live in the hood, and the whole design of everything is gorgeous, but it's the hood nonetheless. And they fell apart as sisters, accidentally-ish, and then the younger sister fell in the hands of some really bad people and became kind of corrupt, a little mentally insane. And then the older sister kind of fell into the hands of the upper hand security and cops and law. It's kinda, and then there's some intermingling of that. That's the best way I can say without exposing anything about that. But definitely check it out. It's a gorgeous show. Maybe the best show I've ever seen visually, like for animation. It's really, really good. Okay, and that's on Netflix. Silo was on Apple TV. Arcane is on Netflix. The next two I want to give you is a documentary, 2 different documentaries. The one I'm about to tell you actually gave me the want to go watch this other one. So the first one, this is on Netflix. It's called Buy Now: The Shopping Conspiracy. It's so good. Not only how the show is, but then they have these little animated sequences that are like 3D that kind of explain how big the problem is when it comes to items. And basically the whole documentary is just explaining how like companies really have set a system in place where we keep buying and they keep selling. And even though we don't need it, we buy. And then that's hard to say with all these stickers here, but this is for you to keep permanently. But we're talking about where it's like, I already have one of these, but I'm gonna buy 5 more, and then throw this one out, even though, yeah, it got a little scruff on it, but even though it has a little scratch, I'm throwing it out and get another one, instead of like holding on to it as long as you really can deal with it. But we kind of get used to just like buying and throwing out, buying and throwing out, and they make these phones that could really last a very long time with the highest quality, but they make it break in 2 or 3 years so that you are forced to go and buy another one. Or they make a new phone the next year that, you know, oh, it's a teeny bit better quality. You couldn't have made that better quality last year. Anyway, so it's a documentary about that. It talks about Amazon, talks about Apple, it then talks about our recycling plants and our trash plants, and it's informal, but it's also like really cool and it's really deep. So definitely check that out. But then that made me think about another documentary that I've been searching for a long time, and it's called We Live in Public. I didn't know the name of it. Come to find out, it was very easy to find, but I didn't know the name of it for a long time. And we actually watched it in film school. So I went to school for animation, and when we studied film, we watched We Live in Public. And I couldn't find it, so I was like, you know what, let me access social media. I went to Twitter, I put it there, and I put it on Threads. Does anybody know the name of this movie? And I explained what it was about. And then on Threads, Twitter, nobody got back to me, but Threads, someone did, and it was like, oh, I think you're talking about We Live in Public, and it sure was it. So I see that I was trying to find where it was. I see this on Tubi, and I see this on YouTube for like where you have to pay for it. It's like $3 or something like that. It's a really good documentary. It's old. It looks old. It is old. It came out in 2005, so it's very, you know. But it talks about this man named Josh Harris, and the best way to explain it, like, he was very ahead of the times with dealing with social media, and just knowing he could see like a visionary, and I don't know in a positive light, but a visionary in the sense that he could see like there's gonna be a point where we're looking into these boxes, you know what I'm saying? And that's just how we communicate, and we're gonna spend more time there than in reality, and we already see that happening now, and it's just such a great documentary. He did all these different like experiments through time. There's this one thing called I think they called it We Live in Public, where he made like an underground bunker of 100 people, cameras everywhere where they can stream, and it just showed like how corrupt people become when they're free to do whatever they want to do, because when you're free to do what you want, you typically do the bad thing and not the good thing. So it's just a really good documentary, and like a good way to kind of see the human nature of people. Anyway, so those are my suggestions for this week. I don't plan to have J-Cutt Cinema Vibes every week, but just when I've seen a good amount of stuff, I'll share it with you guys. But if it's one thing, 2 things, we're not doing that. So don't just ask Jay today, because last week was crazy, and even this week, because of Silo, I had to record later than I planned to, because Silo was supposed to come out on Friday, but they put it out early because of this holiday. So it was just like, so I had to do it early, but then I pushed this back, so I just don't have time to be doing a Just Ask Jay today. But all that being said, be kind and mind your business. See you soon.